welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another day here of the LiuLi Cup 2024 Grand Finals Playoffs Day number 3. I'm, of course, Josai VIP. With me, I'm joined by these amazing players, by the people in chat, by my plushies as well. Welcome, one and all. Whew, as we are more than halfway through the playoffs, we've already been due to a handful of players that have been knocked out of the tournament, and we're here to say goodbye to 2 more. We have 2 best of 5s here ready for you tonight. A best of five between herO and Reynor. Likewise, a best of 5 between MaxPax and SKillous. Oh boy, so 2 series here tonight. It's a bit of a shorter broadcast, but I'm fine with that because we got another broadcast right after this. It's our second broadcast of the day, our third broadcast, we're second of 3, if you will. But here we go. We are jumping right in. Visas are done, and we are getting to our first game of the series. And spawning in the top right hand corner of Frostline, we have the Italian Zerg player, the red Zerg, representing Basilisk. It is Reynor. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the blue Protoss, representing Weibo Gaming, WBG. It is herO. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is, fam. You know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Best of luck in the chat, as this is, of course, a best of 5, not a best of 3, not a best of 7. 5 matches potentially in total. We'll see if we can make it that far, as this is going to be a rematch from Masters Coliseum. Again, herO and Reynor, they faced off in the upper bracket, I want to say quarterfinals of Masters Coliseum, and in the end it did go the way of herO. herO did take the series. herO, he is favored against Reynor, but what I will say in Masters Coliseum, went to the ace match, went all the way to game 5. It was a very close back and forth between herO and Reynor, and it did almost go the way of the Italian stallion. So he has it in him to take maps and to take games and series off of herO. We'll see if Reynor can get his revenge. We'll see if he can redeem himself from Masters Coliseum, as that was merely 1 week ago. Just week after week, just non-stop StarCraft. It's great. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Let's go. Let's go. So chat, Reynor off racing a Zerg. True. He has cast aside his Protoss for the time being. I'm sure we'll see some of his Protoss if he does advance on into later rounds. For those that are curious, Reynor, to make it this far in the tournament last night, he did take down Dark. He took down Dark to make it this far. But how did he do so? With Protoss. But Dark was also playing everyone was playing Protoss. Everyone was just Protossing it up. It was crazy, it was wild, it was a fun series, is what I will say. And in the end, of course, did go the way of Reynor, just barely. Likewise, herO, he was able to advance on as well. herO, he actually, he came down from the upper half of the bracket. From the upper bracket, he went down to Clem in the upper bracket. Whew, and now these two face off against each other to advance on to the lower bracket semifinals. We'll see who it's going to be. Oh boy. As herO came in with the Pro Scout, confirming what was going on. Hatch gas pull here out of Reynor. herO just going for the gate expand. Behind this, going for his own tech of choice. Once again, a star gate opener. Everything looking as it should. Everything looking normal for the time being. We have initial Stargate. From here, we'll see if herO does open Void Rate to hide his tech, or just into Oracles into a third base. I mean, more often than not, herO does open Standard. It's really in the mid game where he can mix things up and can shake it up as well. Of course, herO just had his series against Cyril in the finals of Masters Coliseum, where herO was very tricky, if you will. He was very aggressive, and more than a couple of times was able to catch Cyril off guard with Glaive Adepts, was able to catch him off guard with All-Ins, and able to, in general, catch him unawares. And we'll see if he can do the same to Reynor, or if herO is more comfortable getting to standard games against Reynor as well, which I'm sure he is. I mean, it's how he beat him in in Masters Coliseum, true. Didn't have to rely on aggression, could just play it out standard macro. In saying that though, welcome to Frostline. Frostline is a very large map of the map pool, very difficult to defend as well. We've seen time and time again players struggle here to defend all 4 bases. We've seen a lot of scrappy games. Of course, we were casting here last night. We had crazy base trades and very intense situations here on Frostline, as is typically the case. So coming into this, I do kind of favor Reynor. I'm curious how herO is going to approach this kind of map, this kind of style here. I would expect something more aggressive on Frostline. as Reynor does get supply blocked. Will slow him down. Behind this, just droning, saturating, getting his third base up running. Queens are amassing as we speak to defend against the Oracle. Speaking of, the Oracles are out. We're banking up 2 Oracles, soon to be a 3rd Oracle as well. As we zoom across the map, back at him, spores have just been thrown down. We have a spore on the way to the natural, spore already done in the main. We are ready here for the Oracles. Despite that, we'll see if here can get some damage done. He's moving out. He's going to be moving out. So do dip in. Oh! Do dip in. Falling back behind this standard follow-up. Going to be a Twilight Council on Forge into +1 and Blink. A Gateway Explosion behind this. Just settling into 3 bases. So far, everything looking as it should from the side of herO. Oracles, they look for a way in towards that natural. Alas, they take a little bit of shield damage at least. They're going to be zoned back. Lair is on the way for Reynor. Now, Reynor does go for a Lair first. That is a Lair before Roach Warren, before Bathing Nest, and even before the Evo Chamber. So, really fast Lair here out of Reynor. I'm expecting Lair into Hydra Den, into Ling Hydra. That is at least what we expect to see. We'll see if Reynor does mix it up. Evo Chamber's done. Most likely for +1 melee. Oracles, they dip in, they dip out. They do take some hold damage, and so far, no major damage. So far, no drone kills either. Reynor, he's keeping up. As you mentioned, we did assume it was going to be Hydras, so again, fast Lair into Hydras. We assumed it was going to be +1 melee, but no, we're rushing into +1 range. This does lead us to believe that with +1 range on the way, this leads into +2. This leads into a faster infestation, but potentially into faster lurkers. We'll keep an eye on the tech here of Reynor. Regardless, is at least rushing the Hydra tech. Is going to be hyper-fixated on those Hydras. Here moving in. Oh! We're on a bit of a hay move there, and does get caught out. Nice damage here on that first Oracle. Behind this, working towards the Temple Archives, we have our splash damage choice. This has been the go-to for a lot of Protoss players in the mid to late game, or just getting to a longer game state against Zerg, just because of the change to the, defensive ability, I should say. Just because the introduction of the NG overcharge, it means that storms are a lot more flexible here, a lot more available here to the aggressing Protoss player. Less so Colossus. Colossus is now a little bit more old school. Instead, we see more High Templar, more Storm. Oh. That's the direction that herO is working towards. Building up his Stalkers, getting ready for a move out. As herO moves out, Reynor, he's ready for a Ling run by. He's ready for it. herO moves out. It's going to be poking in. God, that one Oracle still taking a lot of hits. And this is what we assumed Infestation mid. Yeah, we assumed with the +1 range into +2 that Reynor, he's going to be rushing towards Hive and rushing towards Lurkers. A couple Lings here to reinforce. Hydras, they're coming from behind. Oh, they want the Oracles. They want them, and they're going to get them as well. One Oracle goes down, collapsing on the Stalkers. Reynor getting caught off guard. Sorry, herO getting caught off guard, I wanted to say. And herO has to back the hell up. Has to pull back. Reynor catching more Stalkers. So far, a very nice catch. Reynor catching 4 Stalkers and an Oracle for only Ling. So a very efficient trade here from Reynor. Trading minerals for gas. Behind this, 4th base getting fully saturated. Taking extra gas geysers as well. Taking all gases, actually. To afford what? To afford Lurkers. Again, Hive is on the way. Lurker Den is on the way. So Reynor, he's rushing into Lurker tech. herO expanding towards Reynor. We'll see if we can get away with it. Likewise, herO taking the center base at the same time. Going for the 5th. Reynor, he spots the expansion. Is going to attempt to delay. Coming with 2 armies. Coming in with 2 forces. The wall is not quite a wall. Another Oracle goes down. And Storm is not quite ready yet. Or I should say the NG isn't quite ready yet. Pushing back the Hydras. Meanwhile, the 4th race was denied, I'm assuming. Yep. No, that was a kill. Ooh, that was a kill, not a cancel. There's some brittle losses for herO. Setting up back at home. Stasis goes off. Hydra's moving in. Reynor just shut down the cannons. Kill the expansion. Containing herO here on 3 bases. Trying to re-expand, taking a 4th. Now expanding away from Reynor. And here come the Lurkers. Reynor, he has a lot of momentum. Caught out the Stalkers. Denied the expansion. herO, he is in trouble. Behind this, he's trying to work towards Sky Toss, but he's stumbling his way there. He needs time. And I'm not sure if he's going to get it. Reynor is coming in. Storms are available. Lurkers, they lead the charge. They are within range. Decent storms. Decent storms initially. There's just so many lurkers pushing in. Against storms, they slow down the push. Well, Hydra's Muddlings behind this. Oh. Reynor being sent away. Nice storm on the Hydras. The wall is being broken. High Templar going down. Reynor, he's slowly pushing in. And he's getting within range of the mineral line. Nice snipe on some of those lurkers. But here just doesn't have enough. He's coming in for a flank. Oh no! But he gets around it. Lings, they collapse on the army. Final High Templar goes down. No more storm. And with that, Reynor, he has done it. He has broken the third base. And Hero cannot stop this army. Reynor even just ignoring the third. Going straight for the kill. Straight for the natural. Here he was trying to work towards Skytoss, but last could not. And Reynor, he should be able to break this location. 24 probes going down. The production GG gets called, and Reynor will take game number 1. Ooh, GG. GG, well played. A very strong game here from Reynor. As we mentioned here on Frostline, it is very difficult to defend your 4th base. We saw Hero lose it initially here, lose momentum, and just fall from there. It isn't just a difficult 4th base to protect, but the 3rd base as well. Unlike on other maps, the entrance to the 3rd base, as you saw, is very wide open. The ramp is very wide, is very large. It is a lot easier to push in, and yeah, Hero, he was overwhelmed. GG, well played. Again, the defender has a really hard time on Frostline, and it can be really difficult to maintain yourself. Reynor was able to gain momentum, never quite let it go. And with that, Reynor takes a lead. Does take a lead. My question here is going to be, okay, which maps do we see next? And what were the vetoes? Hold on, I actually might see them. Okay, so we did have our vetoes here. Here, he got rid of Whispers of Gold, which makes sense. Whispers is known for all-ins and known for aggression, so Hero got rid of Whispers. Reynor vetoed Neon Violet Square and King's Cove. Neon Violet Square makes a lot of sense. I mean, that is kind of like the macro map. Interesting that Reynor got rid of King's Cove instead of Abyssal Reef. I mean, they can both be rough options, is what I will say. But King's Cove is another one of those larger maps, another very large map. So Reynor gets rid of 2 large maps. Hero gets rid of 2 small maps in Whispers of Gold, and he gets rid of Ultra Love as well. Ultra Love also another smaller map. I would have assumed that that a map like Frostline would have been a more difficult map to get into, but you know, Hero, he made his 2 choices. The vetoes do make sense, and now we're getting into game 2. It's going to be on ley lines. Here we go. Ley lines is going to be a smaller map compared to Frostline, but it is slightly more defendable, is what I will say. The 3rd and 4th base are more, I mean, on almost every map, they're more defendable than on Frostline. So there is that going for Hero at least. And we'll see if he can recover. We shall see. Us spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of ley lines, we have the Italian Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Basilisk, leading the series 1-0. It is ley lines. Sorry, Reynor. Jesus. Okay, I just woke up. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing Weibo Gaming, WBG. It is HerO. Okay, hold on. We gotta lock in. Alright, we're good. Again, it's our second broadcast of the day. Earlier today, we were broadcasting the Enki Christmas Invitational. I have slept a total of 4 hours today. Let's go. Which is, it's okay. It's okay. And after this broadcast, we're going to be casting the Fire Cup as well. And then after that, we have KSL. And then maybe some sleep. So it's going to be a long day. Oh, no. I'm probably going to have some coffee after this tournament, after this cast, before Fire Cup. That's probably going to be necessary, to stay up. But we'll be good. For now, we're settling in. Okay, we're settling in. Again, hatch cast pool, standard open down to Reynor, forsake the unnatural natural, and Hero going for his own gate expand. Then gate expand into Cybercore, standard openers all around. And coming into this, especially in this map pool, like the maps are just so important, or they're just so influential. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. The maps are just very influential when it comes to which playstyles are favored, which playstars benefit from those maps, and how powerful they can be. I feel like, again, we see that time and time again for maps like Whispers of Gold and Abyssal Reef, Neon Violet Square, Amygdala. This is arguably, Leylands I should say, arguably is one of the more standard maps in the map pool, where it's a smaller map but also a little bit more defendable than on others. So we'll see if herO can bring back some momentum here and tie up the series. For now, Stargate Opener is going to be the initial Stargate Opener. Into third base. We'll see if herO deviates. As a reminder, last game herO did open up triple Oracle. With those Oracles, he wasn't able to get any economic damage. What's more important, though, if you recall, is that herO lost 2 Oracles before the defense as well. And Oracles, they provide, especially in current patch, Modern StarCraft, Oracles, they provide so much utility when it comes to activating their pulsar beams defending against Ling floods and Ling reinforcements. When it comes to stasis traps as well, we've seen time and time again, especially with triple Oracle openers, having just a field of like 10 stasis traps, just slow down and to buy time if you know that aggression is coming, of course. But alas, he lost 2 Oracles early on, so really didn't have much to work with. Have much to work with here in that last game, which didn't help. For now, Oracle once again is going for the Oracle into a third. No Void Ray, not this time. herO dips in, gets a drone. Oh, okay. 1-to-1 trade here. I'm sure Reynor is satisfied with that. I mean, ideally wouldn't have lost any workers, but still. Gets an Adept. Oracle dips in, gets a couple of drones, gets 2. Better than last time, true. Gets 2 workers, pulls away. Ooh, and because the Oracles across the map, do we defend? The probe is not gonna survive. The probe does survive. Third base has been placed. And herO holds. Here he does hold. His third isn't really delayed for too much longer. Well, true. Caffeine. Oh, no. As herO is going to be moving out. Hello, Senor Satsak. Hello. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Kalasi as well. Welcome. The streamers themselves. Good to see you all. This is going to be an earlier Twilight Council. Interesting. That's a Twilight Council before the Nexus is halfway through. Adepts commits to Shade. Queens are out of position. Ling's going to be going down. Queen's having a harder time rotating. Drones are exposed. Oh, despite that, the Oracles, they're forced back, and the Oracles will barely survive. Adepts, they don't get much damage done. Not yet. They trade well with the Lings. They get 2 drones so far. They shade in towards the third base. Ling's still in the way. And Reynor, he pulls away in time. Doesn't lose many workers. That could have been disastrous. But good crisis management here by Reynor. He pulls away. He survives. Takes down an Adept. Only 2 recall. Whew. Only 2 managed to recall. Those 2 drones, 16 Lings for 3 Adepts. Still an efficient trade by Reynor, but at least, by herO, but at least Reynor didn't lose many workers. And behind this, Blink is on the way. And a gateway explosion. Now, this is very suspect here. Ooh, that's a lot of gateways. We're getting up to 4 extra gates, 6 in total. Very much so a delayed forge. Delayed upgrades. With this here, can be a little bit more aggressive. Commits to the Shade once again. Getting a couple workers. Ling's out of position. It's 1 drone so far. And here he does get a second drone. It's a second drone. Shades away. Oracles are here to reinforce. And here it can be active earlier this time with Blink Stalkers. He's still building up his 6 gates. That's a 7th gate on the way. And this is feeling like a 3 base 8 gate all in. Feeling to lead in that direction. Meanwhile, Reynor's going for his own all in, by the way. Adepts are shading in. At the same time, Lings, they hit at the third base. Stalkers are in position. What I'm getting at, though, is we do have Overlord speed. Stasis goes up. No major connections. But Overlord speed is on the way. Queens are amassing. Reynor, he is re-droning, though. herO forced back. Hero shading it once again. Drones are going down. Finally, damage is being dealt. 6 drones so far. More gateways on the way. I believe that is an 8-gate setup. And here he's moving out. He's moving out again. This time a much more assertive hero compared to game 1. Very much so in Reynor's face. Now, thankfully, Reynor is going Ling Roach or Ling Ravager. He's not rushing into Hydras, so he will have an army to defend. But can he save the 4th base? Is it too late? Stage rest get baited out. Lings to engage. Oh, gonna be forced back. Hatchery does fall. Ran down to 3 bases. With overload speed, I was assuming he was going to go for a Drop Lord counterattack, but for now he's just building on more Lings, more Ravagers. Going for a counterattack instead with Lings. No Drop Lord. He's moving out. And here he's takes his gases, taking up into a 2nd Forge, plus on armor, charge as well. Very gateway heavy here from Hero. And here come those Drop Lords. So the regular overlords are going to be going down. Stasis, oh, they don't go up. One of them does. Massive connection. Lings are getting shut down. Hero blinking up into the main. Trading very efficiently. And Reynor trying to move out. Going for that Drop Lord harass. Alas, the Lings, the cake getting caught out. Not like this. The Lings. The Stasis. They pop it off. Hero's pulling Reynor apart. And Reynor trying to be active, trying to get some kind of damage done. But now his lack of tech is hurting him. We mentioned before that he was going to be able to survive against an all-in with Ling Ravager, but it hasn't been an all-in. I mean, it's been hyper-aggressive, yes, but here he's expanding. And he's just outscaling Reynor. Reynor just getting stuck longer and longer here on just a low-tech army. Trying to chase Hero down. Comes in with a surround. The Blinks! Ooh, oh my god, the Blinks a little bit too late. Files connect. Files do connect. Drop Lords into the natural. Hero pushing in towards the natural as well. Force a recall. Force a recall back home. A probes going down. Lings A butts into the main. Getting even more workers. This is good damage, but Hero still has a terrifying army. And he wants to go for the kill. Alas is hacking with only half of it though. Oh, how many queens? 3. Only 3 queens. Oracles they commit. Queens being forced back. Reinforcements have arrived and Hero is looking to overwhelm. Reynor, he's trying to hold on. Still stuck on 61 workers. Barely a 3-base economy. So it's going off, getting baited. Not bad. Reynor, though, he's running out of Lings. Yeah, he is running out. Reinforcements have arrived. Here, he's breaking through. He's getting some of those roaches. At least trying to. Barely not. Reynor holds. He's holding. Plus, Soul's almost done. Getting just shield upgrades as well. This here is also very committed. Also not taking up either. Just mass gateway ban. Getting straighting well. Oh. Let's take a couple of bites to the face. Takes the vials. Still shaving off more roaches. Bathing run by coming in. Hero, does he respond in time? Up! Up! Oh, he does. Does pull away. Despite... Oh no! He's not moving! Massive connections. 13 probes go down. Very nicely done. Hero's own economy. Likewise in the gutter. Oh, okay. Does go back to mining. Still very tense between Reynor and Hero. As Reynor, he's barely surviving. Or barely holding. Maybe a better way of putting it. And the bailing run bys they continue. Getting 5 more probes. Plus on shields now done for Hero. And now he can focus on the push. And this time doesn't have to worry about run bys. The link flank is getting set up. Dodges the wilds. Banelings are about to finish up. Lings, they do dive in. And they try to. They do try to dive. There's 3-4 stasis traps behind this. One stasis goes off. Nice connection here for herO. Ooh, and a massive connection on the Ravagers as well. And with that stasis, herO, I think he's done it. Yeah, he breaks through. Ravagers are falling. Lings, they do engage quite nicely, but here come the Zealot reinforcements. And herO, he has done it. He breaks the defensive line. There's just not enough to defend. GG gets called, and herO ties up the series 1-1. GG. GG, well played. herO does tie things up. Again, a much more aggressive, much more assertive style here out of herO. It was interesting. It was basically, it was basically all in out of herO. He went up to, I want to say, 9 gates towards the end. He was expanding, yes, but he was staying on a very low-tech army, purely Stalker and Zealot. His goal was to overwhelm and to break Reynor, and he was doing enough damage to maintain a lead. As Reynor, who was losing queens, losing a lot of lings as well, losing workers, losing bases. Remember, Reynor, he lost his 4th base early on, so it meant that Reynor couldn't really afford to tech up and to try to get into Hydra tech. He was stuck on Ling Roach Ravager, stuck on, in a way, a worse army, and he was overwhelmed. GG. GG, well played. With that, that's going to lead us into game number 3. From one of the smaller maps into now one of the larger maps. Up next, we're going to be loading into Amygdala. Amygdala, again, known for longer games, known for the mid game, known for late game. We have seen some Protoss players behave in a similar way that we saw herO attempt on Frostline. If you remember on Frostline, herO, he was expanding towards Reynor, and it was trying to push in, but he got caught out in the center of the map and then just lost from there. We have seen herO attempt that same style on Amygdala, where he likewise expands towards Reynor and tries to commit into just a mass gateway composition where he just breaks through and breaks the defenses of Reynor. We'll see if he does that here or if he does go into Sky Toss. That's the other option, is to be more defensive, get your 4-base setup, and just take into Sky Toss into a late game composition. We've seen a lot of late game on Amygdala. Lots of late game. And we'll see if herO does embrace that style. We'll see if Reynor tries to be the aggressor this time instead. It can be difficult, can be very difficult going all in on Amygdala just because of the size of the map, especially from the Zerg perspective, just because for Protoss players they can reinforce on the front lines with a proxy, less so for Zerg. But we'll see. We'll see if Reynor gets creative. As we're getting into game number 3 and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Amygdala, we have the Italian Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Basilisk. Ooh, going for a 12 pool. Bold move. It is Reynor. Okay. I see you. I see you. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, going for a standard opener for Wavell Gaming. It is herO. I let him cook, Bappy, let him cook. Now, 12 pools are not necessarily all in. They're a way to gain a bit of momentum early on and disrupt the opener of the opponent. That is true. We'll see how hard Reynor commits, bearing in mind that alongside this 12 pool, there is no proxy hatch. There are variations where you proxy hatch across the map and you 12 pool, then you link flood and you disrupt the wall and then you can break through and all in. That is not happening here. So there is no proxy. herO does dip in for a scout. herO, he will confirm how late the expansion is. And with this, he'll dip into the main and confirm the timing of the lings and the timing of the spawning pool. So herO, he should dips back for now. Does turn back around. Regardless, with this position, herO, he's going to see the lings. And he confirms. Yeah, now he knows. Because he pulled away, that means that herO didn't get surrounded on creep. So he's able to keep the probe alive. And back at home, 2-gate setup. Back at home, herO, he delays his own Nexus for a second gateway, and he chronos out the first Zealot as well. So a very strong reaction here. This means that herO, his, of course, economy is going to be delayed, but so is Reynor's economy, bearing in mind that with the 12 pool, no gases, so no link speed. Zealot has arrived. Now we have our dance. We do require a pro to be pulled down here to protect and to preserve that Zealot to make sure it doesn't get surrounded. Basically, this dance here, where these lings can threaten the production, and then they try to bait the Zealot out of the wall, and then they can try to get us around. But alas, in the end, Reynor backs off. Reynor, he retreats. And now the pressure is on Reynor, because Reynor, he kind of forced this response, and now you have to reap what you sow. What I mean by that, there's going to be 2 Zealots and 2 Adepts. With a 2-gate follow-up here, ooh, he delays, okay. He skips out, he delays the Adept production in favor of faster tech. Interesting. It is a lot more standard to open up and to go for Adepts and then to go for like a double Zealot, double Adept counterattack, and to force Lings out of Reynor and to force down a Queen and to have this kind of little skirmish early on that can potentially get economic damage. But no, here he forgoes it. He skips out on the Adepts entirely, faster Stargate into Stalker. Here he is. So it looks like he doesn't feel too confident that he can get early game damage done here against Reynor. And I want to believe that a big reason for this decision is the map itself. We spoke about it earlier, but the rush distance by ground on Amygdala is very long. So it's possible that Hero doesn't believe that he can actually get any counter damage done. So why bother? Why even try? Instead, faster Stargate into the Oracle instead to gain map control. So again, interesting kind of decisions here from our players. So it's selling into a longer game. Gases are now being taken. And Reynor should eventually get into Ling speed. Unlike in ZVT, where you can afford to skip Ling speed and go straight into Roaches, that is less viable here. Oh my, speaking of being less viable, Hero, he delays his 3rd base as well. The Overlord is going to be pinned back. The Scout is going to be denied, ideally here for Hero. What does he go for? 2 gates and a Twilight Council. This screams Glaive Adepts. Oh boy. Again, this is all on 2 bases before the 3rd. Now, it's Hero, so technically here he could go for like earlier Blink into like a Blink-based all-in, but should be Glaives. Especially bearing in mind because of how late the gases are, right? Like Ling speed just began, and there's no Roaches. We can't afford Roaches. We have no gas for it. Okay, Glaives are on the way. Gateways are coming online. This is the 4-gate setup. Now Hero expands. Remember, this is not an all-in, but this is designed to give Hero an edge, give him a lead. And against the setup that Reynor has, I wouldn't believe he can. We'll see. Reynor going for the Evo Chamber, which means more gas is going to be spent on plus on melee, most likely, which means a big delay on Roaches. A massive delay. Now, something that's more gas efficient that Reynor could go for, as Stasis is going to be shut down, is Banelings. He could throw down a more reactive Baneling nest, and that could be done in time, but nope, there it is. Roaches are going to be on the way. There's +1 range in production as well. And we'll see how many Roaches Reynor has in time, as the Adepts, they're looking to move out. Are moving out. Reynor, I believe he does see it. Yeah, he does put the move out. He's walling up. Lings are amassing. Is getting ready. Thankfully, Reynor, he did control both Xel'Nagas, so he's fully aware of what's going on. He will not be caught by surprise. He has precious seconds to react, and sometimes that's all that it takes. Oh god, the 3rd base though. 3rd base is exposed. Hero, he wants those drones. He wants them. Oh my god, Lings, they try to engage. Elastic gets turned away. Hero shading towards that natural. Yeah, pins himself behind, up against that wall, up against Roach Warren. Lings, they flood in, but very efficient fight here for Hero. As reinforcements have arrived, Lings, they just get annihilated. 6 Roaches are in production, but Hero, he breaks through, takes out every single Ling, shades into the main. More drones going down, and Reynor is getting pulled apart. 7 drone kills. Takes down a Roach. Shades towards the 3rd. He wants those drones. He wants them. Forces them back. More Adepts on the way, shading towards the natural. Cashing out some of his workers. Oh, and he's shading in. Yeah, he is shading in. Reynor a little bit later here to pull away. So far, 9, 10, 11 drone kills, and he's still not done. And behind all this, double river, double immortal production. Shades into the main, more drones falling. Reynor is falling behind. And again, the problem we mentioned earlier about the Adept opener of Hero is well, the rush distance, how large the map is. Reynor, he can't counterattack. He cannot counterattack. He's going to be stuck in 14 drones going down. That is insane. And here he gets 1 more towards the end, gets another 2, gets another 3 drone kills, 17 in total. Ay, ay, ay. 17 drone kills. And Reynor, what does he do from here? He's re-droning, he's taking gases, no lair, no roach speed, no tech, no nothing here for Reynor. Here he's making 2 immortals at a time, and he is perfectly safe and sound. Here he even delays the expansion. Oh god! Jesus. He delays the expansion. Takes a lot of hits. Takes a lot of damage. Oracle does survive, just barely. Oh, no. And with that here, he can just settle in. He can settle into Amygdala. He has the economic advantage. This entire time, Reynor has been re-droning. He's just now going into his lair. Really, there's just nothing to threaten herO. That's the biggest issue right now, is that there's nothing to really move out across the map with. So herO, he can be greedier, to be honest. If he wanted to, he could knock down these rocks, get a 4th base, potentially get the gold. So he can take that risk, tech up into a bay, into Colossus or Disruptors, take extra gases, second forge, upgrades. Like herO, he doesn't have to stop here. He is moving out early on though. And the Immortals have arrived. herO, he wants to go for the kill. At the same time, Reynor going for a massive counterattack. Can he force a recall? Meanwhile, that was a cancel. That was a cancel on the expansion. herO moving in. At the same time, Lings, they hit the mineral line. herO, he pulls away. He abandons the base. And herO, he has a death bull of an army. Oh my god. Commits to the shade. Oh, Roche Ravager in position though. I'd have to say, do move in ahead of time. The rest of the army does come in. Lings, they flood into the natural. Adepts, warp in back at home. 3rd base going to go down for herO, getting 35 probe kills. Very nice damage. But the reality is that herO, he can just kill the bases. He can just kill the main army. herO, he'll eventually defend, despite losing so much of his economy. He should be fine at home. And Reynor is not. The Bailings, though. Bailings are trying to waddle in. Nice force fields. Bailings that don't quite connect. Adepts, shade into the main. Drone's going to be going down. Boys are being pulled, getting some of the Immortals. Reynor, can he pull off this defense? Oh no, they're coming back. Oh no, they came back! The Adepts have returned. Miles, they get one. Ooh, one Immortal does go down as well. The Prism! The Miles! Ooh. Miles do connect. And Reynor, he's holding. Wow, he's holding on. herO a little bit lax here in the defense back at home. He was overconfident. I mean, I was confident in his attack as well, but he did not break through. He did not kill Reynor. And now suddenly, Reynor, he can macro out of this. Wow, this should not have happened here. He wasn't aware of the base either. A full mineral line has been mining the entire time. And again, herO, he didn't have to go for the all-in. He could have just chilled and macroed. But this gave Reynor an opportunity. So the comeback is real. Here. The mainstream has cams, by the way, and I can already picture herO just shaking his head. I got not like this. Again, it did seem like the shade into the main maybe not the best idea because it exposed the Immortals and exposed the Stalkers as well. So yeah, herO, now he's even more committed. Now he's up against Ravager Bane. Ooh, takes the Banelings to the face. Oh no, the Banelings! The Banelings, they crash in. And Reynor, he does it. He defends. He survives. The comeback is real. Best case scenario for Reynor was herO to fail and all in. And it worked. Did work in the end. Did work in the end. The all in failed. herO, he keeps trying to get some damage done. Reynor on a very comfortable 40 drones. 40 drones. GG gets called. Yeah, the writing is on the wall, and Reynor, he takes a lead in the series. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Reynor, he does take it here. Does survive. herO, he was far ahead. He was I mean, we can even just have a look here. herO, he's the blue line, by the way. herO, he had a massive army, he had a massive advantage, and herO, he fumbled the all-in in the end. Of course, herO, he did decide not to recall back home. He made the decision that the Lings of Reynor would kill the mineral lines, would kill the bases. herO, he chose to commit, and he barely did not pull it off in the end. Very impressive. Very impressive there by Reynor, that Reynor was able to hold and survive while his Lings wreaked havoc. And again, here he made the decision to allow those Lings to wreak havoc as well. And I don't blame him. Like, I was also very confident in herO's army and herO's push, but as we saw, like, he split up his own forces. Reynor was able to deal with one half of the army at a time. GG. GG, well played. Whew. And with that, Reynor needs one more game. He needs one more game to take it all. and to bring herO down, which would be an upset. Like, herO historically has a massive winning record against Reynor, but despite that, up against the wall as we load into Abyssal Reef. Okay, here we go. Now, Abyssal is one of the larger maps of the map pool, known for, I mean, I was going to say known for macro games, known for defense as well. I was going to say the same about Amygdala. I mean, to be fair, I was talking a lot about like heroes all in, but a lot of it also came down to the opener as well, and herO catching Reynor with his pants down. The initial glaive up start from herO was very successful, that's what I will say, very successful, and led into that kind of game state. But we'll see what our plans are going to be coming into our next game, potentially the final game of the series, potentially. Let's go. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Abyssal Reef, we have the Italian Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Basilisk, one game away from advancing on and from eliminating herO from the tournament. It is Reynor. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player from South Korea, representing Weibo Gaming. It is herO. Go. So we are gonna settle in. Again, Reynor, he's so close. He's so close to redeeming himself, to bringing herO down. herO, he was the one that knocked Reynor down to lower brackets in Master Colosseum. Reynor, close to getting his revenge. herO going with the Probe Scout, forcing the unnatural natural. We can calm things down, we can settle in. And when it comes to Abyssal Reef, we mention this all the time, but again, the Rush-Distance Spy ground is very long. On top of that, very defendable bases. As you can see here, as a Protoss, you can, or even as a Zerg as well, you can wall off this ramp quite easily with a handful of buildings. You just wall the area off and then focus your defense at the third base instead, and then move forward and defend the fourth, get the fifth base as well. All these bases are very centralized, they're very close to each other, very easy to rotate and to pivot between them. As a result, easier to maintain these bases as well. As a result, we often do see the late game on Abyssal Reef, and we have seen herO embrace SkyToss as well. In saying that though, this series has been quite fast. We're in game 4 already here, and I know it's been an hour, but the games themselves have been very aggressive games. Every single game, actually, we've seen aggression from either Reynor or from herO. We haven't really been able to establish like a proper 4-base economy and like a proper mid to late game. That hasn't happened yet. I mean, he tried to rush into SkyToss on Frostline, if you recall, but it was killed before it could really get into any SkyToss. This is a map where that's going to be more viable, but I'm sure Reynor is aware. We'll see how Reynor responds. So far droning, so far saturating. Stargate on the way. We expect an Oracle opener, but here he is known to mix in Voider openers from time to time. He's known for it. Here we go. And speaking of, there it is, a Void Ray. It's going to be a Voider opener here at a herO. The goal here is to hunt down this Overlord, to deny vision, deny scouting, and to hide the follow-up. It could just be Void Ray into Oracle, into a third, into just a standard game, but we could hide some tech. We could hide a Fleet Beacon into a Stargate. We have seen a rise in popularity of going Fleet Beacon into just the single Stargate into Ground Toss. Like, that has been trendy again. That was kind of making the rounds last season by Classic and GSL. That was like November of 2024. No, sorry, I'm thinking November of 2023. The years, they meld together. But yeah, that was back in November of 2023, where herO was kind of like popularizing that. That was back on Alkyone. But that was still off of like double Starport. Like, that was double Starport, Tempest Rush into Ground Toss. But it looks like that's not going to be the case here, as here he opens up Void Ray into additional oracles, getting his third base up and running. Everything so far looking normal. Void Ray dips in. File that counter into Forge. And here he does have the option to go into a charge-based follow-up. We have not seen that yet in this series, but you can go +1 charge into Archons into an earlier timing. Depending on how you incorporate this build, you can also try to transition earlier into a 4th base, into Storm, into a macro game. Which players like SKillous are a little bit more fond of when it comes to those charge-based openers. We'll see. Keep an eye on here, as it's going to be +1 and Blink. Okay, more of the same. +1 and Blink here out of herO. Standard follow-up. He's not mixing it up. Calming down. Oracles have arrived. They rotate between the bases. Lair is on the way. And Reynor, this time he does get the safety Roach Warren. Gas Geyser goes down. Getting into +1 range. Interesting. With that later, we should be seeing Hydras into Roach Hydra into Lurker Tech. Here's a sign of things to come. As herO moves out, the Oracles are across the map. The third base is a little bit more exposed, but the shield battery is done in time, so herO should be fine. Here he does deflect. Does maintain. herO is good to go. There's that Hydrogen for Reynor. And just going Roach Hydra. As they dip in, they get a drone. Just the one. Good defense by Reynor. He maintains himself. The Oracles and Void Rays haven't really done much damage. Reynor, he shuts them down. He defends. Now he just calm down and drone up. And again, we're entering a longer game state. Here he takes his gases. What does that mean? That means he can afford a further tech. Temple Archives on the way into Storm, into a 4th base. So here, as we mentioned before, this map is kind of known for... Oh, the shark. Jesus. for a moment there, I thought my screen was dying. I'm like, is my screen going black? Listen, no, there's like a massive shark that floats around, so it flies around. Like, so there it is. This guy. God. He just wants to be in frame. He's like, pay attention to me. He's like, mate, we got a war zone down here, mate. We got things are going on. Get out of the way. God damn. Este shark. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, Frostlight, known for macro, known for defense. We said that earlier. There it is, Skytoss. Skytoss on the way. Double Stargate Fleet Beacon. We're going to the late game. We're gearing up towards the late game for the first time this series, for the first time in this best of 5. herO is embracing that Skytoss, and he's going to get there. Meanwhile, from the side of Reynor, do you see what I see? I see no infestation pit. Reynor is getting up to just under 4 base setup, 76 drones, bear that in mind. Reynor, he's intentionally cutting worker production, he's massing up Ling Hydra. Reynor, he intends to try to kill herO before Skytoss. So very aggressive move here by Reynor. He's borderline all in, as just now throws down the infestation pit, but a very late pit, which means late Hive, late Lurkers, late Hive Tech. Reynor, he's committed, he's moving out. Likewise, late +2 as well. Now he drones. Oh, now he's droning. So it looks like Reynor, he has now recognized that he cannot kill herO, but he had, as a result, invested quite heavily into this army. He has to make use of it. He does have to make use of it. Coming in for a split push. Does dive in. herO out of position, doesn't see the second army. Stalkers, they respond. Reynor diving in towards the third. And he's breaking through. Lings, they bust into the mineral line. Both at the natural and the third. Oracle goes down. Nice pick up. Lings, they flood into the main. Decent damage, but nothing critical. Ooh, as these things, they do get 10 probes. And they get a full scout. 11 probes going down, they get a full scout. Hydras, they come back in on both sides. Storm is ready. Reynor, he has to respect it. Has to respect it, has to back up. And behind all of this, Reynor, he's taking up. Hive is now on the way. Lurker Den is on the way. again, a lot of this is late, and ooh, he cancels the Lurker Den. Interesting. That tells us that I believe Reynor... Jeez, going for massive Doom Drop. Oh my god. Setting up for a Doom Drop. I don't know if it's wise to cancel the Lurker Den, even if our plan is to go into like Aspire and go into Corruptor and to go into Ultras. It's an interesting move. I am concerned. I hope that was... Oh no, he canceled the wrong building. Okay, I was about to say that I'm a little bit concerned that he canceled the wrong building. That is a third Eva chamber. I'm pretty sure he was meant to cancel the Eva chamber, not the Lurker Den. Oh no. Oh no. He canceled the wrong build. Yeah, there it is. Okay, now we have plus. Okay, never mind. He's making use of it. +1 melee into Ultras. Okay, never mind. He's making use of it. It's gonna take a while for these Ultras to really come online, but let's go. Let's go. Intentional? I want to believe so. I want to believe so. Okay. Okay, we're cooking. Triple Evo. Vamonos, back. Vamonos. I don't think it is intentional because he's not actually making use of triple Evo. Like he still has. Yeah, like it's not intentional. So you know what? Life gives you lemons. You know, make lemonade. It's fine. It's fine. As clearly didn't need the third Evo chamber, but you know, we're getting there. As here comes that Doom Drop towards the main. At the same time, here moving out. And does he force a recall? Drones are going down. There's a defensive warp in. Tempest has arrived. Reynor rushing towards that center base. There's that recall. Will defend. Does defend in time. Zelse will keep up these links. Eventually the cannon does help. And Tempest left behind to knock down the base. To try and knock down the expansion. Flush slow zone. Hydra's getting caught out as well. There's 11 Ultras on the way. Let's go. Oh, but they take some time to really build up. And again, Reynor, he is vulnerable. Remember, he doesn't have any lurkers. Just purely Hydra. Here come those Ultras. They're coming in. Oh, mass storm. Oh my god, the storm's in the mineral lines. The storm shuts down the mineral line, shuts down the Hydras. The Ultras, they dive in. They do catch the High Templar. But where's the anti-air? Is my question. Where is the anti-air? The Tempest, they get free hits, free shots. And they rain down here on the Ultras. And they keep going. There is no anti-air. The base is going to go down. The Sky Toss goes unchecked. And here he keeps going. Ultras, they don't shoot up. They need to learn to jump. They need... Someone give these Ultras wings. Abathur, get on it. Make them into like giant Zerglings where they can like, instead of jumping up a cliff, they can like jump up and like hug the Tempest and bring it down. GG gets GG gets called as there's no anti-air. And herO will tie up the series at 2-2. We're going to the ace match. GG. Whew. GG, well played. We do go all the way to game 5. Again, this is what we wanted. This is what we were here for. An ace match. Let's go. Let us go. The shark jump scare. I legit thought the screen was breaking when the shark showed up. Este shark. Get out of the way. Oh. GG. GG, well played. Again, it was an interesting style out of Reynor to try to hard switch into Ultras like that. As we saw, the downside of trying to hard switch into Ultras, if instead we had gone into Lurkers, I mean, it's one of those things where I'd love to confirm, but I do think that it was a bit of a mistake to... I don't think it was intentional that he canceled the Lurker Den and allowed the third Demon Chamber to finish. If you had gone into Lurkers, the point there of getting into Lurker Tech is that you still are stuck on, or you're still maintaining your Hydra army, you're still making more Hydra, so you still have more anti-air to eventually get into, you know, Spire Tech and get into Corruptors. Regardless, you know, herO did have momentum in that game. He had a lot going his way, and herO did overwhelm Snowball out of control with that. GG, we're going all the way to the ace match. And the ace match is going to be on El Dorado. The players, they didn't veto it, but they did not want to play on this map. It was forced all the way to the final map of the series. And we'll see how this turns out. Oh boy, what do we go for here? El Dorado, known for some quirky games and some quirky builds. What do you have for us? Let's go. One way or another, the series ends here and now in El Dorado. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of El Dorado, we have the Italian Zerg player, the Red Zerg representing Basilisk, being forced into the ace match. We'll see if we can bring it back. It is Reynor. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing Weibo Gaming. It is herO. We go. herO does move out with the scouts, and Reynor going for a 15 hatch. Settling into our openers. Thanks to the 15 hatch, the drone is able to morph into the hatchery before the probe does arrive. Is able to settle in. And welcome one and all to El Dorado. Again, typically players want to avoid playing on this map. It's just very quirky and very unique. One of the big aspects, of course, is this entire southern half of the map is completely walled off by minerals. So you have to proactively mine through this to gain access to this location. We could see either player attempt to expand in this southern location. There are gold bases available, a gold base here, a gold base towards the center as well. On top of that, you also expand towards your opponent by taking these bases, and you do reduce the time. You reduce the time it takes to get across the map significantly as well. If you want to be aggressive, if you want to move out. Because that there have been instances where we've seen two players expand towards each other, and then suddenly they're right next to each other, and then they just all in, and things escalate real quick. It can be very difficult to defend if your opponent's all inning here. Queen walks and German taxes can be very effective, assuming that herO and Reynor do expand towards each other. If not, we could end up in a much different game state. If herO expands towards the top side and Reynor expands towards the south side, then these bases can be quite safe from each other, and we can end up towards, you know, a late game scenario with 4 base setup versus 4 base setup. Likewise, rush distance by air is very short because that Tempest rushes are a thing on El Dorado. We have seen them be very successful. Even herO has gone into Tempest rushes in the past. That is also an option, as here he does gain access to this location, mines through the minerals, and he's here to deny an expansion. Assuming there was going to be one, he checks, no mining. Reynor, he's going for the standard linear third instead. And again, here he's just making sure. Just making sure that that is the case. Stargate's on the way. If you recall, the last time we saw herO on this map was when he went for a Glaive Adept all-in against serO, and he caught serO completely off guard. Caught serO with his pants down. If you recall, basically herO, he had gone for Glaive Adepts without a Robo, without a Warp Prism, and he had proxied here at this gold location. serO didn't know, so he was, he was walling off this ramp, and the Adepts came in from behind. Did overwhelm him. But I'm sure Reynor was watching. I'm sure he was watching that series, watching that game. So most likely herO won't be able to pull that off again. Especially so close to that series versus serO. Like, it's been less than a week. So I'm sure that's fresh in Reynor's mind. Ooh, as we pylon block, and the third base is delayed. Nice delay here on the third. Lings are keeping up with the Adepts. And Reynor has yet to expand. Ooh, the pylon does finish, actually. Pylon finishes, Oracle's on the way. herO, he wants to get a kill on the drone. He wants to, and he will. The Lings are busy here with the Adepts. Drone goes down. Reynor is contained, forced to expand linearly instead. That's herO. Oh god! That's herO does get 3 drone kills. Takes a lot of hits. He rotates, and here he will scout. He will confirm the hatchery. Is aware. Nice positioning here from herO, getting another Oracle, going into triple Oracle, into a third base. The pylon is still alive. Still up and running. So a very nice start for herO. And Reynor is recovering, getting into Ling speed, Evo chamber 4+1. Committing to Lings for now. We'll focus on the pylon. We'll bring it down. Here is just trying to keep tabs on Reynor, keep him busy at home. No major damage. Behind this, going to his own tech, Twilight Council and a Forge, into +1 and Blink. There's +1 melee out of Reynor. And here he confirms the lair timing. It is a bit of a later lair. Lings, they go for the Stalkers, and they should be able to bring them down. Catching 2 Stalkers, not bad, but that does cost a lot of Lings. Oh, that was 18 Lings going down for 2 Stalkers. A couple of probes as well. Not bad. Oof. Getting another probe. And not quite another. Still nice counter damage here by Reynor. Just staying on top of herO. Once again, forcing him back. herO denying the 4th. And he should force... Oh, that's a kill! That should not have happened. That was not a cancel, so that is going to be quite a lot of resources down the drain here for Reynor. Ay. Gonna rebuild his 4th base, alas, otherwise distracted. He's double expanding, makes sense. Here, Reynor, he needs a 4th. And here, he's here to deny it. And once again, going for the expansion. Queens are keeping up. So here he does rotate between the bases. He doesn't quite get eyes on the 5th base, though. And so far, Reynor, he is looking to stabilize. He's getting there. Taking the bases, going for a massive Ling run by. Behind this, do we have any Hydra Den? If not, Infestation Bits into Hive. Are we feeling Lings into Ultras on El Dorado? Bold move. As Reynor, he's getting a macro hatch as well. There we go. Hive is on the way. Looks like the plan is going to be to rush into Ultras, but that does mean that he's vulnerable until then. Blink counterattack towards the 3rd. Here he does have an army in position. Lings are flooding in. Nice aces. But here is forced to recall. Yeah, he has to respect this. Forced to recall back home. 5 probe kills, not bad. Shield battery goes down. Even trading with the Stalkers. Very nice damage. And with that, Reynor is buying time. He's buying a lot of time here. That was what, 8 Stalkers going down. Ay. Trading minerals for gas. Much better trade for Reynor. And back at home is not going for the Ultras. Hydra Den. Interesting. Okay. So Ling Hydra. +2 melees on the way. The expansions are getting up and running. Reynor, he can now drone. Oracles, they spot the Dropper Lords. And they get the Revelation as well. At the same time, Reynor still being very Ling heavy. Just 3 Ling attacks. 1 through the center, 1 through the top, 1 through the north, 1 through the south as well. Here he does warp in. Main army's distracted. Lings, they hit the 3rd. Side defense not yet done. And probes are going down. In an instant, 6 probe kills. Likewise, drop into the main. Will unload in time. At least some of them will. Oof. It's one of the Drop Lords. Here he defends well. Did lose 6 probes initially. Does defend. Reynor behind this. The bases are all up and running. Getting up to 80 drones. He's hitting his ideal. And this time is taking into lurkers. This time, okay, no ultras. We're getting into the lunkers, papi. We're getting there. They slip in. Once again, able to focus on a couple of probes. 4 probes going down. Once again, a late reaction from herO, as he did not spot the drop. Behind this, going for a Dark Shrine, going into Colossus production. That I was not expecting. Okay, Bane into Colossus, not Storm. Here is building up. Which means Reynor, he's free to go into Hydra Lurker Viper, his ideal composition. Colossus are good, but they do get shut down quite hard by Vipers once we get there. Reynor for now just prioritizing Lurker tech. Oracles, they confirm the Hydras. Mortals are amassing. Once again, the Reynor going for another massive Link counterattack. One Link slips in. Here he is lacking map vision. Going for revelations. Trying to get eyes on something here. As he does find the links. There we go, does find them. Here he responds. Meanwhile, Doom Drop, I mean, Reynor's been so link heavy this game. Spyro's on the way as well, so no Vipers. Now, because he's so link heavy, the counterattacks have been really good. I do worry for his defense back at home. Now, thankfully, Lurkers. Lurkers are already in the center base. What about top right? What about that northern expansion? Lings will there deny the surround. Archons, they hold their own. Reynor, he's moving out with his Dropper Lords. Top right is going to fall. The mineral line as well. herO, he should have a recall. As herO does have cannons in position, but only cannons. Base goes down. 11 drones as well. Reynor catching an Immortal. Very nice. Let's get the Immortal. Stasis goes up. herO, he rotates. Ooh. Cannot push in. Gets Revelation. He gets one. He gets two. He gets three. The Lurkers, there's only three of them. Lurkers, they get shut down, and Reynor, he's in trouble. He missed the Doom Drop. Is going to unload, and herO, does he recall? He does. This time he takes it seriously. He recalls back home. Lings, they get shut down once again by the stasis traps. And herO, he shuts us down. He defends the main base. He defends the fourth. He defends the third. And now here comes Skytoss. Carriers are on the way. We do not get a repeat of Amygdala. Well, if you remember, herO, he was confident and he chose not to recoil. Lost everything at home. Then he just died. This time herO is keeping up. Once again, Reynor still going for those mass Ling run-bys. Your attention on these Lurkers. Things, they slip in towards the third, they slip in towards the natural. Oh, lack of SimCity. herO, he's struggling. Yeah, massive spine shots going up here. He can't fight this head on. He's going to try though. Yeah, he's going to fail. Cannot push in. Lurkers, they hold their own. 21-35 probes going down. Yeah, fumbled reaction from herO, losing everything in the main. At the same time, Zealot does catch some reinforcements. Base goes down, but it looks like Reynor, he's done it. He has pulled herO apart. 55 probe kills. herO, he cannot come back from this. He barely has an army. He was getting into Skytoss, getting there, but never got there. He has what? He has one carrier. He has one Tempest. Stargate went down. herO, he was just torn apart. The lack of walls, they killed him this game. There are times where herO, he's okay with it. Not this time. Decent setup here, but there's just so many Lurkers. Lurk gets activated. Does push in. Oh, Lurkers are going to be cleaned up. Nice assault here from herO. Oh, we need detection. Up. No, the Revelation misses. He misses the Revelation. Does overshoot. But herO, he keeps pushing. It's just one Lurker, to be fair. Just the one. Base is going to go down. Ooh, his army is taking a lot of free shots, though. At the same time, Reynor going for the base trade. Does move out with those Lings. herO just doesn't have much to warp in back at home. And that one Lurker, it's still popping off. It's the warp in. There we go. Lurker goes down. Lings, they shut down the third. And herO, he's all in. Completely all in. There's a cloak. Cloak gets activated. herO trying to gain ground. There's what, 6 Lurkers on the high ground. Mothership taking a lot of hits. Oh, herO, he cannot push through. Does right in the slow zone. Alas, he cannot break through. Being forced back. There's the recall. Lings, they flood into the mineral line, into the natural this time. Hero protecting what he can. Reynor is down to 3 bases. Reynor heavily oversaturated, but he has an economy, which is more than I can say for Hero. The longer this goes on, the better it is for Reynor, and he's amassing up more corruptors, this time with Vipers as well. And here he's running out of steam. He's running out of steam. There's nothing left here. And Reynor, he's getting his revenge. It's not this time, Hero. I got you. I mean, I'm still thinking about that amygdala game, is what that's what I'm thinking about. Regardless of Reynor, he's stabilizing. And Hero just doesn't really have much to sustain himself. He's making, what, 2 probes at a time. Can't afford an economy. Reynor long distance mining. Now here, he has potential with these Dark Templar. True, he's warping in some DTs. Is there a Spore? I mean, there's detection. There's Overseers. Spores at the top side. Overseer with the main army. DT. Shouldn't get much done. Oh. Nice yoink. Gets 1 Colossus. Ooh, barely not. Colossus does survive, but I mean, there's just no answer to all these Corruptors here. There's 2 Archons, a Carrier, a Tempest, a Mothership, and a Dream. Let's go. I mean, Hero knows that he has to push. Like, he can't just stick around and do nothing at home. He has to go in. The Corruptors by themselves, they can shut down most of this army. Reynor, he respects it. Reynor, he pulls away. A base is going to go down. 11 drone kills. It's again, it's something. Gets 11 workers. Here comes the dive. Here comes the surround. Going for the slow zone. There's the recall. Oh, Carrier falls. And the Colossus. Oh god, no! The power bomb. Split, Pappy, split. And yeah, Reynor, he's coming in for the kill. Coming to clean up whatever is left over. The Mothership, the Colossus, the Tempest, everything falls. Just not enough anti-air, not enough to deter the Corruptors. And here comes everything else. Here comes everything else. Again, Hero, he came so close. Amygdala. GG gets called, and Reynor, he will take the series 3-2. He will eliminate Hero from LiuLi Cup. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Reynor does claim the series, does advance on, and Hero, he is out of the tournament. Big win here for Reynor. I would say an upset. Again, when it came to this series, there's a world where we don't even get to El Dorado, but of course, Hero, he was, I would say, overconfident in some of the previous matches and some of the previous games, and he was punished for that overconfidence. Shout out to Reynor for having the tenacity that he did. Very impressive to see the non-stop aggression, especially on El Dorado, and I guess on Amygdala as well. That was like the start of that. But on El Dorado, seeing like the mass Ling drops. Ling drop time and time again. Ling run-bys as well. Hero, of course, he's known for not having units in hold position and known for being punished for it, and he was punished for it heavily here on El Dorado, as time and time again, Lings, they rushed past the natural wall into the main, into the natural, Lings rushing into the third base, and that did cripple Hero, did cripple his economy, did cripple his bases. GG. GG, well played. Whew. With that, Reynor does advance on, and the question becomes, who will face off against him? It's going to be another Protoss. It's going to be another Protoss player here. So Reynor, he's not out of the Protoss gauntlet yet. He may have taken down Hero, but there's still another Protoss waiting for him. Which Protoss? That is the question. We're here to find out. It's going to be either MaxPax or SKillous. We got some Europe on Europe action here. Let's go. MaxPax versus SKillous going to be coming up next here. After the break, we're going to be going on a short break. We're going to be heading off for a couple of minutes. When we come back, we'll be embracing our final series of the broadcast. Meanwhile, big shout out to Percival. Annyeong haseyo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. Thank you so much for the raid. We just wrapped up with Hero versus Reynor, and up next is going to be a PvP between MaxPax and SKillous. So again, we're going to be going on a short break. We'll be back soon with our next match. See you soon. Ho. And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. We just wrapped up with our first series here of the night of LiuLi Cup 2024 Grand Finals Playoffs Day number 3. Now we are here with our second, with our final best of 5 of the broadcast. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the Danish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss. Representing Sidestorm Gaming, it is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Blue Protoss player representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. We go. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. We are currently in the lower bracket. So we just featured herO and Reynor. herO has been eliminated from the tournament, and Reynor does advance on. And Reynor is waiting for the winner of this series. It's going to be one Protoss regardless. Will it be MaxPax or SKillous? Yet to be determined. When it comes to Reynor's next match, that is going to be tomorrow, by the way. That is going to be featured tomorrow, as we only have 2 best of 5s today and only 2 tomorrow as well. Here's the plan. As we do settle in, it's going to be a 2-gate opener on the high ground from SKillous. Meanwhile, MaxPax setting up for a gate cyber expand. Second gas is being taken. Ideally, MaxPax does want the faster Nexus, but SKillous is here to deny, to block, and to delay the expansion for as long as he can. As a result, the Cybercore is on the way, and typically if a SKillous is successful, then MaxPax is going to be forced to go for a Stargate before Nexus as well. So just gate, Cybercore, Stargate, then expand. Meanwhile, SKillous, do we open up Double Stalker? Yet to find out. SKillous has options. He can open up Double Stalker to move out across the map. He can open up Double Adept into a Stargate to get economic damage, to potentially even go into his own Phoenix production, or he can just go Sentry into no second unit into a faster Nexus set and try to beat MaxPax to that tech, to that economy. Okay, gonna be Stalker Sentry. Never mind. Safe opener. Safe opener out of SKillous. There's that Stargate from MaxPax. Again, he was forced to throw down tech before expanding. And we'll see what MaxPax can get done. Again, with the Stargate, should be opening up Oracle to move out. Once MaxPax confirms there's no all-in, again, MaxPax, he saw both pylons, so he should be feeling pretty safe. He knows that there is no proxy, he saw the 3rd pylon as well, so there is no shenanigans out on the map. Not happening. Not this time. As there's a Nexus. SKillous taking the natural. Also, SKillous is playing later tonight in Fightgrow Cup as well. True. We are going to be covering his matches. So then, SKillous being active. Trying to find that initial depth. Building out more Stalkers, going for Hallucination Scouts. Moving out across the map. And does confirm the Oracle. Does get eyes on the Oracle opener. And again, this is the benefit of MaxPax's build here, is that if he doesn't get all in, he can just have Oracles to harass to maintain his own economic advantage. The pressure is on SKillous to keep up with the Adepts and with the Oracles. Oracle towards the main. Sentries are keeping up. Oh! They turn away the Oracle. Second Hallucination. Just to follow. Chase him down. Oh, catching out the Zealots, at least trying to. So it doesn't get away. You know, here comes the double Oracle into the main. Stalkers are ready. Adept does shade in and getting 2 probes. Not bad. Ooh, getting 3 probes. 3 workers go down. Nice damage here by MaxPax. The Oracles are still up and running, still active, still healthy. Only sustaining shield damage. 2 back in. Coming in towards the natural. SKillous is keeping up. And now we're just calming down. We're just settling in. Pretty passive opener so far. We had some, of course, some intense moments at the start of the game, and hey, we get an Oracle into the main. Oh! Delayed reaction. Stasis goes off and does catch 4 probes. Did I say 4? 5 probes. Not bad. 5 workers getting caught out. Third base is now on the way. MaxPax will take an economic lead. He's up in workers. He is likewise... hello. Likewise, when it comes to workers mining, the third base is a little bit off center, and hopefully SKillous does notice. At a certain point, it might just be too late, and we may just let it complete. Okay. Well, okay. As from here, Max is getting into his own Blink Stalkers into +1. Does rotate. Ooh, he's go here to try to bait the army in. Gets one to... Oh, nicely done. SKillous. Whew. Baits the bait. Shuts down the stasis. Doesn't get caught. He's keeping up. Transferring over. It's the stylistic choice. Ah. True. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. As the MaxPax is just going to be reinforcing, setting up more stasis traps, looking to push in towards that third base. SKillous has to be so careful with how he does try to chase us down. Thankfully, there is that shield battery. Does maintain himself. SKillous does push in. So far, no major trades. Both players just committing to mass gateway units. We have a 4th base on the way. Faster 4th for MaxPax. Again, he just has more efficient mining. To a faster 4th. Likewise, maintaining map control. Does maintain. Does catch the Observer. Observer goes down. Thankfully, there is another. And SKillous, he is aware of the stasis traps. Thankfully, is aware. MaxPax still shocking for the army. Oh, he wants those sentries. Doesn't quite get them. 4th now on the way. So far, some decent big offs here by SKillous. He's a big offs. I expect too soon. I'd have to say, do get into the mineral line. Probe's going to be going down. 4 probe kills so far. MaxPax still just maintaining that greater economy. Oracle diving in, going for the stasis trap. SKillous, does he notice? He doesn't. Ooh, stasis goes off. Massive connection. SKillous, he was otherwise distracted by the main army. SKillous, he does get caught out. More Zealots now charging in towards the natural. They split off. Handful towards the 3rd. Cannon's going to be going down. And SKillous is being pulled apart. Probes are falling. Cannon as well. And he's just trying to hold on to the 4th. Does have a bit of concave. Forces back MaxPax. Stasis coming back in. Up, up. Well, thankfully, denied this time. Is going to be denied. SKillous, he will defend. Cell still wreaking havoc. Ooh, they do depower +2. Forge depower +2 is denied. The stasis. Oh my god. Big connection. Catches out the army. Reinforcements have arrived. SKillous has to get the hell out of here. Has to pull away. He's just getting pulled apart here. Has to pull back. But Cell soon to reinforce. Cells are coming in. Stasis is denied. MaxPax pulling out. Efficient pickups here. Catching other Zealots. Getting to the Dark Shrine. Faster +2 for the Blue Protoss. Getting a 5th base as well. Now MaxPax, he's lacking in an army just because he's been spending a lot of resources to harass and to be aggressive and to go for these counterattacks. SKillous goes for his own. He moves out. MaxPax, he has to respond. Upgrades, they finish off with both players. They are ready. SKillous is going to commit. He is committing in. No shield batteries, by the way. No defensive setup for MaxPax. And SKillous, can he overwhelm? Leading out his zealots. More reinforcements on the way. Baits out the stasis trap. Let's go. SKillous, he sees, he knows. Baits it out. Despite that, will lose the observer. Observer goes down. He does get a couple of workers, but at home, 14 probes going down. MaxPax, he shuts down the 4th. Shuts down the 3rd even. Mineral line does fall, and MaxPax, he has just a greater economy. He has more warpins, has more reinforcements. Goes for the dive. He will shut down the prism just barely. And SKillous, he's running out of steam. He might bring down the expansion, but MaxPax, he has plenty where that came from. SKillous needs more damage. He needs to keep going. Does need to keep pushing in. Going for the oracles. Not quite. Getting 20 probe kills. MaxPax still up in the economy, still even on bases. SKillous, he retreats. Does pull away. Does pull away. MaxPax, he holds. Still a smaller army, true. So we're lacking the zealot reinforcements. Again, MaxPax, he was going for run-bys. He was not reinforcing his army. SKillous, he can still pull this off. He baits out the stasis. Let's go. Does better the stasis trap. At the same time, probes are going down. That 1 DT. SKillous, he's all in. At this point, he's completely all in. He cannot back off. He has to end the game here and now. Gets into the middle line. Stasis traps. Oh, they connect. And this time, they do connect with the main army. And MaxPax, he shuts this down. He blinks up the army. Shuts down the prism. SKillous has barely anything left. GG gets called. And MaxPax, he will take game number 1. GG. GG, well played. Pretty intense game there. For the most part, MaxPax, he was in control of that game. We saw that SKillous had potential when it came to his move out, when it came to his attack at the 4th base. He was able to break the expansion and get some workers. That is true, but alas, he was quite committed, didn't really have anything to defend back at home. He was losing workers, losing mineral lines, forced eventually into the all-in. And it did run out of steam. GG. GG, well played. Whew. With that, MaxPax takes the lead, but that's merely only game 1. We have plenty more games ahead of us, plenty more games to come. Let's go. Let us go. As game 2 is going to be on Amygdala, one of the larger maps in the map pool. Players are ready. We are going to jump in. And again, for the most part, we had a more passive start. I mean, I say a passive start. Sure, we were harassing with oracles and with adepts. That is true. But there was no major commitment. There was no one going for like any kind of 2 or 3 base all-ins or anything like that. Just gearing up towards a longer game. And that's kind of what we expect out of this series. Typically, whenever a Protoss is up against MaxPax, I'm sure they're very tempted to all-in. There is opportunities here on Amygdala. I'm curious if SKillous has been watching some KSL. I'm curious if it was watching Mass Coliseum. There's a cheeky build you can go for here on Amygdala, which herO did use to bring MaxPax down. But again, I'm sure everyone saw it, and not sure if MaxPax will fall to it again this time. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Amygdala, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss leading the series 1-0. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player representing Team Liquid down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back and make a series out of this. It is SKillous. The build that I'm referring to, again, if you were watching KSL 2 weeks ago, you would know that Lunacy up against Zound. Lunacy versus Zound in a PvP. Lunacy, he went for a proxy Dark Shrine in the center of the map, made it look like an all-in, and Lunacy took the gold base here in the center of the map. He was able to take Zound's gold and then double expanding another gold base behind this. Zound, he believed it was an all-in, so Zound, he over-defended the natural, and Lunacy got away with a boosted economy. herO, he saw that game, and he emulated that on this map against MaxPax during Masters Colosseum merely 2 weeks later. So did do the same build, and likewise was able to force MaxPax to overreact, just like Zound, and with that, herO was able to gain the upper hand, get the better economy, and overwhelm MaxPax. But yeah, I'm sure everyone saw that already, and I doubt that's going to work again versus MaxPax. It's kind of those one-and-done deals, and herO, he was fortunate that MaxPax wasn't watching KSL. Otherwise, he may have seen it ahead of time, or may have been aware to look for it. But now, standard opener is going to be double gate, 2-gate opener here out of SKillous. Likewise, gate into Cybercore, into Stargate, into Nexus. Assuming Stargate, we'll see if SKillous is unable to delay the Nexus. But he should be able to. As yeah, the Zelda is forced out. And the probe is in position. It's in position. There's that Stargate. So going to be an Oracle opener out of MaxPax, Oracle into an Expand, and SKillous just chilling back at home, opening up a double Stalker into Nexus. Now behind this, he could try to reinforce with a 3rd and 4th Stalker and just commit across the map. Ooh, not going to be the case though. Double Stalker into Stalker Sentry. And the sort of starts, we can see here that SKillous is looking for any stray probes, any pylons, any setup. As he does find the Adept, forcing it back. Likewise, first Oracle's on the way. Adept does shade across. Alas, SKillous, he keeps up. Uh-oh. And the Adept is going to go down, taking a lot of hits. It's going to be close. Oh, one shot away. Adept does shade in. Alas, there is a wall. Whew. And the Adept should be cleaned up. So here, SKillous, he fans out. The Adept will attempt to shade away. It does pull back. SKillous setting up a proxy. Oracle's soon to arrive. SKillous, he does have some use to defend. He has a shield battery. Has the shield battery. Do we set up a proxy location? Referring to a gateway. Put this back in. Gets a probe. Gets one. And SKillous, he is committing. Warps in 2 more Adepts. The pylon is scouted. MaxPax knows. Throws down the 2nd shield battery. MaxPax, he's in trouble. 3rd shield battery on the way. SKillous, he does keep pushing. He's trying to break MaxPax here and now. And can he do it? Again, that 1 shield battery putting in a lot of work. Does run out of energy. Does run out. Some more reinforcements have arrived. MaxPax building up. Double Oracle into the main. There are Stalkers in position. MaxPax, he gets 1, he gets 2, he gets 3. 3 probe kills. Likewise, nice force fields here from SKillous. Looks down the Stalker, and he's breaking through. There's 2 Stalkers left. Boys are being pulled, probes are going down. Takes down the Stalker, 1 Stalker remaining. And SKillous, he breaks the natural. What is it here to defend? There's nothing. There's no Robo, there's no Immortal, no Void Ray. Oracles are racing back home. But SKillous, he has done it. Sorry, there is a Void Ray. My apologies. There's one. Does hold. Does force back the army. More reinforcements on the way. SKillous, he's so close. He's so close to breaking MaxPax. Probe counts are still very neck and neck. Still very close. As Oracles are pinned down, and SKillous, he recalled. He did recall back home. Ooh, kills one of the Oracles. Does snipe one. And from there, MaxPax he defends. Whew. Does hold, does defend. Blink is already done for MaxPax, going for a Dark Shrine. Uh-oh. Going for DTs. Speaking of, Hallucination comes in, and SKillous, he scouts, he confirms, he does put the Dark Shrine. Robot was already on the way. SKillous, he should be fine. And we'll see if MaxPax can expand. The reality here is that SKillous does have a larger army, true. Has a massive Stalker force. He can still make use of it. And there it is, GG gets called. SKillous, he ties up the series. Whew. We are tying things up, going to game 3. Let's go. We have a back and forth. Whew. As SKillous, he was able to do enough. Again, and in an ideal world here, SKillous, he never allows MaxPax to expand. Likewise, MaxPax, he was investing quite heavily into those DTs, but last Dark Shrine got scouted. And with that, SKillous takes a game. Let's go. Does take a game. And again, we have seen SKillous take maps off of MaxPax in recent times. He has done so. I think he's even beaten MaxPax in series as well in the online cups. Can he do it here, though, in a major online event? That'd be a big win for SKillous. Be a big win. Can he pull it off? He's taken that first step. Has taken that first step. Can he keep going? Whew. As we are getting into game 3, it's going to be on ley lines. Getting into that third game. Okay, we're going to be loading into a bit of a smaller map this time. I mean, as we saw, despite the size of the map, if SKillous can get a pilot up and running, then he can reinforce, apply pressure, snowball out of control. Can still pull it off. So we're getting into game 3 and spawning in the top right-hand corner of ley lines. We have the Danish Protoss player, the blue Protoss for Psystorm. It is MaxPax. In the bottom left, we have the red Protoss player for Team Liquid, tying things up 1-1. Let's go. He has momentum on his side. It is SKillous. Can we send it? Can we go all the way? I want to believe. I want to believe. Big Nikita fan. Always, always. Let's see if he can bring it home. Once again, we should be seeing mirrored builds. I say mirrored builds. I should say the same openers we've been seeing so far in this series, referring to a 2-gate opener out of SKillous and a gate into Cybercore into expansion out of MaxPax. I'm assuming we're heading in that direction, but we'll keep an eye on SKillous. We'll keep an eye on him as he is moving out. Gases are being taken. Second gateway's on the way. And MaxPax is going for his Cybercore. Going for his Cybercore instead. So we are setting up. If possible, MaxPax, he would like to get that Nexus up a little bit faster, but the probe so far has been quite consistent. SKillous, he's loaded to this. Trying to force some inefficient mining in the main. Forces out the Zealots, moves down to low ground, going for the pylon block. Is what we expect. And there it is as at Stargates, so it's going to be an Oracle opener out of MaxPax once again. And SKillous, he's not proxying, he's not proxying, he's not going all in. As the probe does fall. SKillous selling into extra Stalkers. Going to be a double Stalker opener into Stalker Sentry. We saw the same setup here in the last game. And SKillous, what are we up to? Where are we going? The probe is being hidden here towards the north. Are we looking to hide a pylon? What is our plan? Once again, we see SKillous trying to catch out that adept. Taking a lot of hits. Probe is activated. Just coming in for a scout. Not setting up a proxy. Oh, never mind. It's gonna get scouted. The Oracle moves out, and the Oracle will confirm the pylon. That's a big tell already, and that already sets up the shield batteries. First one is done, and Max actually knows to get ready for an assault. Stalkers are pushing in. This is very similar to what we just saw on Amygdala. Border production has begun. Second shield battery gets turned down. Nice force field. Locks down the Zealot, zones away the Stalker. Does strip away the NG here on the shield battery. Another force field. Boys are being pulled. Probe's going to be going down, going for the pylon, depowering everything. Is Narcosis pylon. Oof. Does fall at the same time. Oracle into main. Oh no, the stasis. No. I was going to have to say that we have a shield batteries, thankfully, but SKillous, who's focusing a little bit too much. And everything gets caught out. Ay, ay, ay. Ah, no. Pylon survives. Shield batteries, they come online. Void Ray arrives as well, and SKillous, he cannot break through. MaxPax is holding. MaxPax is holding. SKillous trying to reinforce. He was so close to breaking through. Adept shades in. Oracle into the main. Once again, going for another stasis. This time, SKillous, he pulls away. He pulls away in time. As Max, as he continues to harass, he shuts down the pylon, he holds. He has held, he has defended. Oh no! Oh, the stasis! No! For a second time. SKillous, he misjudged, he pulled the boys, tried to focus it down, does kill the Oracle, thankfully, but the damage has been done. Twice now, the mineral lines have just been completely caught out. And here comes MaxPax. Now, thankfully, because MaxPax had to pull the boys earlier he has lost probes, so he's down in workers. True, is down in workers, but I mean the stasis traps they make up for that. Max is moving in. Oh, has to be careful. Has to respect the army. Catching out a Stalker. Stalker does go down. Max is just keeping tabs on the SKillous behind the scenes. He expands, getting a third base, looking to gain a greater economy while he's just keeping SKillous busy. Void Rays, they dive into the main. Dive into the main base, going for the pylon. Pylon goes down. Gets a pylon, catches out one of the Stalkers. Blink is not yet done. Void Rays, can they get away? Looks like they can. They do float by. Double adept into the natural. Getting 2 probes. Oh, getting 3. 3 probes going down. Nice damage here by MaxPax. SKillous setting up a proxy. He's committing. 2 base all in. Gateway explosion on the way as well. It's going to be 4 gates back at home. A 5th gate across the map. 2 base, 5 gate all in. It's all or nothing for SKillous. And he's hoping that maybe MaxPax is a little bit too greedy. MaxPax getting a 3rd base, getting a forge. MaxPax, he does scout there, and he will find this. He sees everything. He knows. He's getting ready. MaxPax in position. 2nd shield battery on the way. Shows the force fields. They turn away some of the Stalkers. Oh! Void Ray takes a lot of hits. Void Ray survives. Failure to survive. SKillous, he wants it. Nope. Doesn't quite get it. Once again, Force Fields, they zone back some of their Stalkers. Skills taking a better fight, but the shield batteries are finishing. And the Immortal has arrived as well. The longer this goes on, the better it is for MaxPax. Immortal gets zoned away. But those are the final Force Fields. Takes down both of the Void Rays. Let's take down both. Double depth into the mineral line. Probes are going down. SKillous, I mean, he was already all in. Points are being pulled. Skills going for the Immortal. Does focus down. Very nice pick up. And SKillous, does he have enough? He's up 4 Stalkers. Shield Rider's out of energy, but a better concave for MaxPax. And he's forcing SKillous back. Adepts are still wreaking havoc. Still getting damage done. SKillous trying to commit. Another Immortal has arrived. Split control, but looks like MaxPax is done. He's just forcing SKillous back. Back to the pylon. Back to the proxy. SKillous, he just can't keep up. Goes for the dive. Gets the Immortal. But at what cost? Oh, coming in from behind though. Trying to catch out reinforcements. But last, still just doesn't have the numbers. Doesn't have the Stalker count. And here comes MaxPax. GG gets called. SKillous, he runs out of steam. And MaxPax, he will survive the all-in. He will take a 2-1 lead. GG. GG, well played. MaxPax, 1 game away from taking the series and from advancing on to face up against Reynor in the next round. He's close. It's very close here to that next round. Alas, SKillous, he was achieving quite a lot when it came to his aggression, especially early on, but unfortunately he was getting caught out by the stasis traps time and time again. It did take away a little momentum that SKillous otherwise had to try to reinforce and try to focus on his assault, and yeah, he was kind of, his attention was pulled apart. With that, he ran out of steam. GG. GG, well played. Likewise, shout out to MaxPax in his scouting. If you recall, he was able to see the proxy pylon that was reinforcing, both of them actually. He saw the first one with the Oracle, he saw the second one with the probe, so that told him, of course, to start Void Ray production, to start up extra shield batteries as well, to be ready for the defense. So very nice scouting out of MaxPax, telling him everything he needs to know. And that leads us into game number 4. Ooh, interesting. Game 4 is going to be on El Dorado. And we have yet to see SKillous go for his own economic opener. Every game so far has been 2 gate. Every single game. El Dorado is known for gate cyber expands. So I'm curious, is SKillous going to finally embrace something more economic this time? Is he going to emulate MaxPax, and do we end up in Phoenix Wars? Is that where we're headed? If it was any other player, I would assume so, but SKillous has been avoiding those more economic starts. So we'll see. We shall see. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of El Dorado, we have the red Protoss player representing Team Liquid down in the series 1-2. We'll see if we can tie it up and force the ace match. It is SKillous. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Protoss player representing Storm Gaming from the land of Denmark. 1 more game is all he needs to be our champion. It is MaxPax. I say our champion. I believe MaxPax, he's fighting to be the final Protoss player in the tournament. Again, here he just went down to Reynor, and now we're down to only MaxPax and SKillous, and one of the two will advance on to face off against Reynor in that next series tomorrow night. Who's it going to be? Who is it going to be? So now MaxPax does dip in. And we are setting up in low ground. It is going to be straight up gate expand. Okay. SKillous, he sneaks out the Nexus. He opened up single gas geyser, so straight up gate expand. Very economic opener here out of SKillous. Actually a greedier opener than MaxPax as he responds with his own Nexus. The probe was not here to block. which means we are going to be delaying our tech. So delayed cyber cores, delayed stargates from both players, faster next side. Now the question becomes, do we avoid the stargate? 2 gate opener. Interesting here. Second gateway on the way for SKillous. That I was not expecting. Setting up a second gateway into cybercore, into, I would imagine, stalker aggression. This tells us that SKillous most likely wants to skip out on that tech, skip out on the stargate. MaxPax most likely does not. Doesn't want to skip. Show us the stargate. Adept's on the way. There it is. Stargate has been thrown down. So Stargate opener from MaxPax. Meanwhile, double gateway here from SKillous. Double gateway into double sentry. Interesting. Getting to his 2-gate follow-up. So far, so good. MaxPax skills getting forced back. Oracle's on the way for MaxPax. Oh, I didn't even... My apologies. Didn't even realize SKillous did fully wall off. He fully walled off this area. Going for his tech, going for a Twilight Council, and SKillous is going to be on him to protect his bases and to actually mine through and expand at the triangular third location. Okay. Let's go. So we'll see if he can maintain himself. See if he can minimize losses. Oracle's on the way towards the main. Main base does have a shield battery and a couple of sentries. So SKillous, he is ready and he shouldn't lose much. As MaxPax, he will find a probe. Gets 1. Gets 2. Nicely done. 2 workers go down. At the same time, we see SKillous. He scouts, he checks, he confirms the gateways, confirms the Twilight Council. Is where the follow-up, and oh, this Oracle will deny the base, will deny the third. Ay, ay, ay. Getting another probe. MaxPax getting a lot done. Likewise, chipping away at the cybercore. Getting a faster third base. Gaining a greater economy. SKillous trying to keep up. Trying to. Proxy on the way for MaxPax. And SKillous, he still hasn't expanded. The Oracle's coming back. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, there are Stalkers. There are Stalkers in position. The probe gets a couple of hits on, but does expand. Whew. Sustained a couple of hits, but does survive. Does get the Nexus, thankfully. Third base finally on the way. Is somewhat of a secure location, but is delayed. And here comes our proxy. MaxPax, how many gateways? So far, 4 gate. 4 gate blink out of MaxPax. Now, thankfully, SKillous, he has not been skipping warp-ins. SKillous, he does have 12 Stalkers so far. But MaxPax, he wants that Cybercore. Oh, trading with the army. Cybercore getting low. Oh, SKillous goes to dive. He dives in. Baits out the stasis, baits out 1. No! Takes the other to the face. Not like this. MaxPax, he can commit. He can't keep going. Waiting for reinforcements. Warping in. Double Adept on the right-hand side. He's just biding his time. It's a Stalker. Try that trade. Now playing it safe. Getting his third base saturated. Likewise, so is SKillous. MaxPax, he rotates. SKillous, he's aware. Keeps up. Keeps up with the rotation. Spots the stage trap as well. Oh, nice bait. Very nice control out of SKillous. Baits out the stasis. Doesn't get caught. And from here, we're just coming to gateway aggression. We have gateways on the way. We have charge from both players, +1 from both players. No commitment into Immortals yet, or Archons. Anything like that. Just purely Stalker Zealot. MaxPax is being active. Once again, he rotates. SKillous, he's able to keep up, but I say that Cybercore, 2 more volleys. But Abbas gets it. Does get the Cybercore. Nice pickup. It's going to be a nice pickup here. SKillous are going to reinforce with Zealots. And thankfully, he has charge. SKillous, he attempts to take the gold. A little bit greedy here by SKillous. Going for the gold base. Oh! Catches a couple of Stalkers. Trying to hold on. MaxPax getting his own 4th. Going for the gateways. Yeah, it's just so awkward for SKillous to defend this location. The production is just so exposed. Zealots are going down. Nice kiting here by MaxPax. Takes down the Zealots. Counterattacks here as well. Gets into the middle line. Probes are going down. SKillous going for the other. He's crazy. Going for the other gold. We'll see if he can. Oh. Max actually takes down both the Stalkers. Keeps going. Actually gets cleaned up. MaxPax getting a full scout. Dragging the army out of position. Here comes the main force of MaxPax. Going for the gold, I would imagine. MaxPax, thankfully for SKillous, has not scouted that 5th base. I'm here. He's not aware. He's not aware. MaxPax, though, taking better fights. Oh, Prism gets caught out. Oh, Prism goes down. Yeah, just not enough dead space. MaxPax, he gains map control. Shuts down the Warp Prism. Maintains the supply lead. Waiting for the Dark Shrine. Now, outside of the gold bases here, the advantage for SKillous is going to be +2. +2 finishing up in a couple of seconds. The gold base is about to be saturated. So we'll have a boosted income, boosted economy. Still just really awkward engage here for SKillous. And they'll say breakthrough into the natural. SKillous getting pulled apart. And he's not really able to make use of that economy, not yet. The gold base just got saturated. So I'll say breaking through. A couple of probes going to be going down as well. MaxPax doesn't commit. Not yet. Waiting for extra reinforcements. Still has that 20 supply lead. 20 army supply lead. And unfortunately here, no shield batteries. Stalker's going to be going down. So I'll say bust in. And who needs Archons? It's just pure gateway for both players. So I'll say get into the middle line. SKillous trying to keep up, but probes are going down. I mean, thankfully he has the gold bases. MaxPax does get high ground vision. Backs off. SKillous gaining momentum. Stalker count is in favor of SKillous. Has more Stalkers. Gold base is up. Now MaxPax, he sees, he knows. Now he is aware. And SKillous, he does reactively warp in. He's ready. He is ready back at home. MaxPax trying to rotate. I'm sure he wants that gold. He's going for it. SKillous, can he come in for the surround? Coming in from behind as well. Can he break through? Stasis, he's so close. Does go off, massive connection. Yeah, Stasis goes off. And MaxPax, he should be able to get out. Does pull away. Celsius busts into the mineral line, forcing a recall. Just in time. That's SKillous. He's holding. Holds onto the goal base. It does cost himself 12 probes, true. Not an easy hold. DTs are waddling in. Is there any detection? SKillous does have an observer. It's out on the map. No shot. One observer out of position. Probes are going to be going down. Brutal damage. There we go. Observer has arrived. That's going to be 9, 10. Up to 11 probe kills. Up. Oh, not quite. 10 workers go down. MaxPax still down in Stalkers. Still has a Stalker deficit. SKillous has got +3. True. SKillous, he can still pull this off. He's down in workers, but he's got the golds. Multiple. He's okay. Force way in. Baits out the stasis. So DT hits the natural. Going for the cannon. Cannon goes down, probes are falling. SKillous is going all in. Yeah, he's got half the worker count. 44 probes against 86. 16 probes go down. SKillous trying to end the game here and now. Goes to the dive. Has an overwhelming Stalker army. So many Stalkers. Again, 42. Dives in once again. Chasing down the army. Time is on MaxPax's side. Just has to buy time. Falling back. Uh-oh. Is there detection? There is an observer. Observers across the map. Oh no, no shot. The DTs. Base goes down. Another observer's on the way. DTs, they can actually be trading here. But I believe the observer is almost here. Almost arrived. Oh, it's a brutal stasis goes off. That was insane. Catching up, well, a third of the army. But again, MaxPax still down in Stalkers. Just buying time for extra warp ins. Let's break in. The stasis behind this takes out the observer. DTs, they hit the gold base. SKillous, he's running out of steam. He's running out of resources here. Oh, the mid command. Oh, brutal mid command. 2, 3 Stalkers going down. Every Stalker counts. Especially when you're all in. SKillous trying to push through. Last pushing into a concave. Better fights from MaxPax. Likewise is also caught between 2 bases. SKillous says he doesn't know. No, he doesn't see. He doesn't know. MaxPax even trying this around. He can warp in from behind. But now they're just harassing, killing more probes, kills the expansion. Ensures that SKillous has no economy. As there are still Zealots wreaking havoc at the natural. And SKillous, he is missing his window. Still has better upgrades at least. But now the stack defense, more stasis traps, cannons and shield batteries, they come into play. Extra warp ins, everything else is flashing red. And MaxPax, he has done it. He'll be able to overwhelm the army. For the first time in a long time, MaxPax takes a Stalker lead. A Stalker advantage. As he has 39 to 32. Yeah, this is just going to be the final push of SKillous. And MaxPax, he can finally just dive on the army. He can just dive in. He can aggressively blink. And GG gets called as SKillous. He runs out of steam. And MaxPax will take the series 3-1. Advancing on to the lower brackets semifinals. GG. GG, well played. MaxPax, he will take the series. Was a very intense match is what I will say. And SKillous, he got away with the gold bases, got away with the first gold, the second gold as well. Despite having less workers, he did have a boosted economy, but he was being pulled apart by the Zealots, by the DTs and our Templar, by the Stalkers as well. Despite the fact that for a lot of that game, SKillous, he had better upgrades and a larger Stalker army. He just could not really make use of it. He struggled to do so. He was just stuck defending time and time and time again, and alas, he was overwhelmed. And with that, GG, well played. MaxPax does advance on, and I believe we have an updated bracket. There it is. I'm sure people were asking. I know that people were asking earlier in the morning broadcast, is Clem playing tonight? The answer is no, he's playing tomorrow. I guess technically he's playing tonight. You know, we've crossed over to the 25th of January here in Australia, so technically later tonight. But as you can see here, in 23 hours, in 23 hours time, we're going to be live here with SKillous versus Clem. SKillous versus Clem, they're in the upper half of the bracket, and in the lower half of the bracket, we have in 21 hours time, or around 22, some more later today, we have Reynor versus MaxPax. This is our top four. This is our top four. SKillous, Reynor, Clem, and MaxPax. herO came very close. Again, there's definitely a world where herO wins this series instead, but Reynor, he was able to stand strong. He was able to persevere and able to take herO down in a very, very close and very clutch series. GG. GG, well played. We have our top four, and we'll see who will make it through. Again, tomorrow is going to, or the next broadcast here for LiuLi Cup is going to be these two matches, and then on Sunday we'll have the finals, and the lower bracket finals and the grand finals. So 2 more days. 2 more days of LiuLi Cup action before we crown our champion. GG. GG, well played. Whew. And with that, that was our second broadcast of the day, and we have one more left. We have one more to go here, just catching up on the schedule. Earlier this morning, we were live with the Enki Christmas Invitational featuring players like Zaun, Gumiho, Shin, and Byun. Was a lot of fun, was a blast this morning. That led us into tonight's broadcast of LiuLi Cup, and that also leads us into our next broadcast, Fire Cup number 6. If you're curious what that is a monthly tournament. That is a monthly event for the CIS region, featuring players from CIS regions, and for the first time we're going to be featuring SKillous. Typically SKillous, he hasn't actually been a part of the Fire Cup. He hasn't been a part of these monthlies, whether he's been unavailable or not, hard to say, but he is making an appearance this month, this time. Not tonight though, I believe. No, sorry, he is, yes, tonight. He is playing tonight. Again, that's going to be in 2 hours. In just under 2 hours time, we have a group set here, and I may as well just show that group off as well, just so you know what we're going to be indulging in, what we're jumping into. Again, in 2 hours time. Bam, there it is. We have Group A and Group B, and we have the playoff bracket as well. For those that are curious, the Fire Cup is a 3-day event. So Group A is day 1, Group B is day 2, and then the playoffs is day 3. So 3 days straight here of Fire Cup. Starting in 2 hours time, Group A features GG Machine, Milky Cow, SKillous, Young Yakov, Replicant, and Power. Likewise, Group B, Wayne, Rostock, Strange, Nikic, Nikrat, and Shameless. So all these players are going to be facing off against each other here in a couple of hours time. And as a reminder, this is a round-robin group stage format. Top 3 do make it through into the playoffs. SKillous is going to be a heavy favorite, but it is his first time playing, his first time competing in Fire Cup, so I'm excited to see how he compares, and we'll see if anyone can bring him down, as he is going to be a big favorite player to be a royal roader, so look forward to it. Do look forward to it. I know I will. We have to pick our matches. 3 matches going to be happening at the same time, so we have to pick and choose which series to cast every single round. I will be featuring... Oh, it's an obvious choice, mate. Look at this. The first series. SKillous versus Yakov. We got to be there for it. So that's going to be our first series of the broadcast. We're going to be covering SKillous versus Yakov. We're going to be following that into... Ooh, tempting. It's probably SKillous versus Milky Cow. We gotta cast the cow. The ducks, they have to be on the cow. They have to be on the cow. So SKillous versus Milky Cow. That'll lead us into it's gonna be Yakov versus Power. I'm here in the 3rd round. We're gonna be going for Yakov versus Power. If you're curious, there is history between Yakov and Power. Last month in Fire Cup number 5, young Yakov, he was favored to have a rematch against Wayne, to maybe even win the entire tournament, as he is the Fire Cup number 4 champion, as he won a best of 7 versus Wayne in that grand finals. But Yakov, a big upset occurred, and Power actually knocked young Yakov out of the playoffs, out of the quarterfinals. It was a crazy upset, so I gotta be there for the rematch. Coming down, what else do we have? Ooh, Skills versus Replicant, Milky Cat versus Power, Yakov versus GG Machine. I do want to feature Replicant at some point here. Definitely. Which one though? Replicant versus SKillous is tempting. Replicant versus GG Machine looks like a really fun series as well. I want to feature some GG Machine as well, true. I think, but also Cow versus Yakov. the Milky Cow versus Yakov is also looking good. I want to cast everything is what I'm getting at. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. What we want to cast, where we want to go. Tempting. I feel like this final round is going to be the most difficult to pick because I want to at least cast GG Machine once, definitely. And I do think that his series versus Replicant is going to be close. Likewise, Young Yakov versus Milky Cow sounds like a fun series as well. So yeah, we'll figure it out. I might just commit to Machine versus Replicant here. But yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Regardless, with that, we are going to be wrapping up for the time being here. Quickly going over the schedule though, as we did mention, we're about to go live with Fire Cup. After Fire Cup, I'll try to sleep for like 3 or 4 hours. I'll try to get a little bit of sleep and then wake up in time for the KSL, and then I'll get a little bit of sleep and then I'll wake up in time for LiuLi Cup. Basically, I'm trying to sleep like 3 to 4 hour intervals, and just to be able to cast everything. We'll be okay. We'll be okay as we have quite a lot to cast this weekend. Thankfully Sunday is going to be a little bit lighter, kind of. It's Fire Cup, then I can actually properly like get some rest into LiuLi Cup, into the final day of Fire Cup Monday morning. So a lot of content, a lot of StarCraft. Meanwhile, big shout out to Noganzo Papi. Thank you so much, Gaga. Thank you so much for resubscribing with Twitch Prime. Thank you, we do appreciate it. Thank you for the support. And again, if you want to tune into anything here that you see that you like, and if you cannot watch it live, I mean, you can watch it live here on Twitch and YouTube, but VODs are available on YouTube and Twitch as well. So check out the VODs on your preferred platform, so you can catch up on matches that you won't be able to catch live, because there's plenty of content and plenty of StarCraft here on the CranKy Ducklings. Again, we are live more than any other channel out there in StarCraft. We have the content, we have the quantity, and we have a little bit of the quality as well. I am a little bit fatigued, not gonna lie. I'm gonna go get some coffee. I'm gonna go freshen up, get energized, and get ready for the next cast. So the stream is going to go down for like an hour. Stream is going to go down for like an hour, and then we'll be back, like an hour and a half, and then we'll be back with Fire Cup number 6 Group A. See you then. See you then. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Who is live at the moment? Who is live? Who can we send everyone over to? Let's see. There's Mr. Sadsack, LiuRusher. Okay, I haven't seen LiuRusher stream in a very long time. He's of course a Protoss from Singapore. We could give him some love. Leo. Looks like Gabe just went live as well. But Gabe, he's gonna have plenty of viewers. I want to give some love to LiuRusher. Yeah, I want to give him some love. Give him some love. He's a good guy. Friend of the channel, friend of the stream. So with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We'll see you guys in an hour for some more StarCraft. I'm gonna go get some coffee, maybe make some noodles, get some food. We'll see. So I'll see you guys soon. Until then, hasta luego. Thanks for watching. Also, if you want to support us, you can do so via Patreon. Exclamation mark Patreon in the chat, and you'll get a link to our Patreon page where we are able to fund all of our tournaments, all of our events. They're funded via Patreon, for the people, by the people. So you can do so as well if you want to help support our tournaments. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in an hour, or we'll see you tomorrow, depending on, you know, what's more convenient to you. We'll see you when we see you. Until then, ciao. Ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego.